quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Colts offense set to go to work, and they're led by a guy who's bounced around a bit the last few years, hoping to find a home with Indianapolis, Gardner Minshew.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
So that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
He may go. Jonathan Taylor.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Charlie Jones now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Bengals now set for their first possession, and it's Pro Bowler Joe Burrow who leads this offense in his 4th season now out of LSU.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds.
A big play there for Cincinnati. 44 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The numbers for Mixon last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Throw to the right here to Gordon. Now he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
11 empty.
They'll run with Mixon.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Like the footwork back there, I thought you did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Eric Johnson In there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Oh, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones.
Take it in at the 22. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team. Far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Looking to throw it. Minshew.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Colts in possession.
as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And Gay knocks this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular. If they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Gets it to Gordon. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. The Bengals coming in looking for win number 10 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
11 mighty.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
75 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Minshew sets to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Just a gain of a couple there.
And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Gun. Stop.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Down the right sideline, Tyler Boyd.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a good streak like that, it only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Here's Minshew.
That's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Minshew's throw will be caught by McKenzie.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now Minshew on 1st and 10.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
It'll be Minshew again.
This ball's tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now Minshew.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he's
Jones on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase,
77 yards.
and the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, it's Minshew. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll look to throw again. The quick slant caught. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Taylor trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown.
Kylan Granson
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-17.
This will be taken in just shy of the goal line. The fair catch will move this out to the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. And Gordon's got it. So we've reached halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I notice I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
First down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11.
On 2nd down, Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Spread to overcome. A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop it. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. That will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return is Jones. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm not known much of physical reaction, watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and trying to keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them. And boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Touchdown Bengals. Cortland Sutton, 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw it. Minshew. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, in their steps, they're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now